Friedrich Nietzsche. Ooh, on Friedrich Nietzsche. So now then, I'm greatly influenced by Friedrich Nietzsche, but I'm no nihilist. That's funny. It doesn't mean that is his way of describing it. And I'm no advocate of Friedrich Nietzsche. In fact, I don't recommend you read it, especially if you're a Christian or a person of faith, let's say. But I always heard about it, and I knew it was like dark, evil, something. Like, it's always associated with satanic and Nazi. And blah, 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 blah. I always knew the Nietzsche since I'm a kid. Oh, people are scared of it. People, oh, that ruined Jim Morrison's mind. That he read it and it ruined him as a human being. And anyway, I always knew that it was like something dark and scary about this Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. So, and of course, I went looking for it. So let's say I got my first Nietzsche book sometime, I don't know, maybe when I was about 18 years old. It's hard to read. It's German philosophy. And some of the stuff he talks about, Schopenhauer, and some of this other stuff he talks is even more complex. What it would be considered like a run-on sentence in America. I don't know if there's newer translations, but I don't recommend people reading it. I'm not trying to read it again. I already know what it is. But Friedrich Nietzsche, is he a prophet of evil? Is he one of the greatest philosophers? So sometime some of my students, right, are in the local university, and one of my students is a good friend of mine, great lad. He's I won't mention his name, but maybe perhaps I will someday. Either way, he's in philosophy major, and he's at the time studying Nietzsche at the time of this discussion, and he's the president of the philosophy club. Another students of mine are in there too, so they're in the philosophy club. You understand? I hang out with them. They're obviously the college age kids. And we talking and doing our thing at nighttime after training and so forth. And then we talk about Nietzsche, yeah, and these guys start pontificating and stuff. I'm like, wait. I'm like, how about this? I start counting the knowledge because I come from that type of knowledge. Whoa! I come from that type of knowledge. I come from the Afrocentric school of knowledge in that sense. Show and prove, you know what I mean? With 5%ers, NY, Nation of Islam, you see what I'm saying? Hebrew Israelites, more Science Temple. You know, I build with them, and I could talk with them, and we could break knowledge down and break bread, as it were. You feel me? I'm universal. Freemason, Prince Hall, don't matter what you is. You feel me? If you got knowledge, bring to the table and everything, let alone esoteric knowledge. You feel me? So, Nietzsche. I was talking to these boys, and I'm just feeling like, yo, man, what are you guys reading? You know, and then I said, I've just started arguing, right? And for people out there who know what I'm talking about, this is beyond words to explain, or it's a super long conversation. But bottom line is, I look at all of them, I said, wait a minute. Your college professor is telling you these things about Nietzsche. Yeah, right. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, and he's giving you excerpts of Nietzsche's writing. Oh, yeah. Have you read any actual Nietzsche books? How many Nietzsche books have any of you guys read? I said, okay, so 0. I said, well, I own 5, and I've read 5 of his books. When one of y'all reads one of his books, come back and we could debate further. Socratic method, you understand? And I kind of shut them down like that. And the next thing, my mate tells me, he says, I told because the teacher is teaching them about Nietzsche at the moment. And he says, hey, my professor, I told him with some of the things you were saying. And then he says, oh, well, tell that guy to come here. I didn't know you could go to a public university. I didn't know you could go there and turn up and just go to the lecture. I didn't know that. I thought I was being challenged, that he was going to call me out in the class and we're going to have a debate. You know what I mean? So I went to prepare for that. It wasn't that. I just found out that the man had a great zeal for philosophy, and he has some brilliant students, and they have some brilliant arguments that I could explain right now, that it was very, very profound. So bottom line is, I had written him a paper on the consequences of Nietzscheism, and I wrote that a long time ago, 2000 or early 2000s, whatever like that. And I presented it to him, homework assignment. Well, sir, I walk up to him after I brought it with me, didn't I? And sir, I shook his hand. I thank you for inviting me, and I really enjoyed it. And I says, but I disagree with some of your thoughts on Nietzsche. Oh, really? How's that? I said, well, I have written this paper, and I gave it to him. I expected, I think, to him didn't grade it. But I was invited back to go to other philosophy presentations and lectures, and I hung out with him quite a bit, and lot to talk about there. But Friedrich Nietzsche in general, don't recommend you read him, but I will cite one of his books in a moment.